The shocking action taken by Prince William against King Charles and Camilla, immediately following the disclosure of his mother's secret journal. An insider source claims that Prince William's bold behavior occurred following the exposure of unsettling details about Camilla and King Charles, which were documented in Princess Diana's personal notebook. This information was purportedly sent to Prince William after the disclosure of these details. The criticism that Prince William has leveled on the royal family has caused Charles and Camilla a great deal of distress. New information is causing the royal family to struggle with their emotions. Following the most recent disclosures that have emerged from the secret notebook that Princess Diana kept, the British royal family is once again at the center of a scandal that has been reported in the media. It has been asserted that the notebook contains information that is upsetting regarding King Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles, or both. Prince William appears to be in a state of apparent sorrow as a result of the discoveries that have taken place. Not only do these disclosures bring disgrace to the monarchy, but they also offer an unfiltered look into the challenges that the late Princess Diana faced when she was a member of the British royal family. The discoveries that have been made have been both unexpected and worrisome. The allegations that were written in the private diary that Princess Diana kept throughout the most difficult days of her life have left Prince William and Prince Harry in a state of utter shock. The allegation made by Diana that Camilla had a substantial influence on significant royal choices, particularly those that would have an effect on Diana and her children, is one of the discoveries that have come under scrutiny. Several questions regarding Camilla's influence on Diana's life and the relationships within the royal family have been brought back to the forefront as a result of the discovery. The words made by Diana are described as alarming by a source who is close to the royal family. She provides further explanation regarding the emotional difficulties she has had and the determined actions that have played a role in molding her existence. The diary is not only a record of the events that have transpired, but it also acts as a narrative of the hardship, perseverance, and sadness that the author has experienced. According to sources, the notebook contains allegations of Camilla's bold attempts to influence major topics surrounding the monarchy. These allegations are alleged to have been revealed by the purported incursion by Camilla. It has been reported that Prince William and Camilla had a disagreement while they were on vacation in Sandringham. The disagreement was about his plans for the future of the royal family. According to reports, William questioned Camilla about her role in the turbulence that Diana experienced in her later years. This occurred while William was still in a state of chronic sadness for his mother's untimely death. Diana's conviction that the relationship between Camilla and Charles was a contributing factor in her unfortunate death was directly addressed during this conversation, which was a sensitive topic. According to the source, William's rage is clear to see in these anecdotes. With the passage of time, he is ultimately coming to terms with the idea that his mother's worries were not completely without foundation. The conflict reportedly worsened when William confronted Camilla directly about her involvement in the death of his mother and her constant attempts to affect King Charles' decisions. This is according to the reports. William is said to have been honest, expressing his dissatisfaction and stating that Camilla's actions were not her concern, according to the sources. In addition to this, he asked King Charles to clarify Camilla's role as queen consort, highlighting the fact that his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, had envisioned Camilla in the role of queen consort rather than prime minister. It was reported by a source that William places a significant emphasis on the wishes of his grandmother. He is resolute in his commitment to guarantee that Camilla's role is in accordance with the expectations of the late queen and stays within the boundaries that have been established. This desire on William's part to safeguard royal property. According to reports, Prince William encouraged King Charles to make the preservation of royal property and assets a top priority, while also addressing Camilla's participation in the situation. In his statement, William underlined his fear that any divergence from the wishes of the late Queen Elizabeth could put the institution's integrity in jeopardy. As an additional point of interest, William addressed the matter of his mother's weakened standing within Buckingham Palace. It has been reported that the narratives that were presented by the palace either disguised or minimized the contributions and presence of Diana. William is said to have lobbied for the reintroduction of these honors and recognitions, as he was aware that this would be an essential step in the process of safeguarding Diana's legacy. Moreover, William's worries are being exacerbated by a warning that has been issued concerning the influence that Camilla will have on some royal traditions. Recently, Camilla has been accused of changing the regulations that regulate the distribution and utilization of royal tiaras, which has raised concerns about the possible dangers that could be posed to royal property. It is said Prince William expressed concern that these alterations could put the integrity of royal assets that have been around for generations in jeopardy. There are reports that imply that he considers these measures to be yet another instance of manipulation that calls for an instant response. According to a source who is close to the family, William has a clear mental picture of what the future holds for the monarchy. He is of the opinion that the monarchy ought to ensure that its traditions are preserved, while at the same time protecting them from any undue influence. Camilla feels that she has been betrayed. It is said that Camilla is experiencing emotions of betrayal and isolation as a result of the constant scrutiny she is under. According to the sources, she is having a difficult time reconciling her current position with the growing wrath that she is receiving from both the general public and her family. The assertion that Camilla believes that people have misunderstood her intentions and put her in an unfavorable light was made by a person who is close to her. This person indicated that Camilla believes she is the target of unjust assaults. The resurrection of Diana's narrative has resurrected old scars, despite the fact that she has worked very hard to ensure that she maintains her position within the royal family. During the most difficult time in his life, King Charles, the discoveries that were made in the journal have had a negative impact not only on her public image, but also on her personal relationship with him. The current time period that King Charles is going through is one of the most difficult times in his reign. As a result of the disclosures that were found in Diana's journal, he is now in a perilous situation, and he is required to manage the complex relationships that involve his wife, his kid, and the public sentiment surrounding his late ex-wife. It was reported by a member of the royal family that Charles is experiencing a great deal of internal struggle. However, on the one hand, he is dedicated to protecting Camilla's reputation and providing her with assistance. On the other hand, he is aware of William's concerns and recognizes the need of properly protecting Diana's legacy. In light of the fact that it is a precarious equilibrium, he is aware that deviating in the wrong direction could have long-term repercussions. It has been stated that William's demands, which include elucidating Camilla's job and re-establishing Diana's prominence within Buckingham Palace, are exerting a significant amount of pressure on the monarch. As a consequence of the circumstance, there has been an exceptional level of public scrutiny, which has led to strained relations within the royal family, as well as financial agreements and dysfunctional interactions inside the family. The attention of yet another surprising revelation has been drawn to a bargain that is said to have been made between Camilla and King Charles. Camilla formed a financial agreement with Charles in order to obtain financial support for her children and her ex-husband, according to the allegations that are found in Diana's diary. Camilla's deep-seated connections to her ex-husband, Andrew Parker Bowles, are weakened as a result of these allegations, which also cast doubt on the reasons behind her acts. The decision that Camilla has made to invite her ex-husband to royal events has always been quite unique, according to an individual who is well knowledgeable about the situation. The journal that Diana kept reveals that she had the impression that there was a potential conflict of interest, particularly in light of Camilla's growing role within the monarchy. It is a warning that is unsettling. The line in Diana's journal that contains a warning that her death is on the horizon is possibly the most horrifying of all the passages. Diana has expressed her concern for her own safety and her view that certain groups within the royal establishment are attempting to silence her through the essays that she has written. It was written in her letters that if something were to happen to me, it would not be a coincidence. Her key concerns were Camilla's increasing power and Charles's apparent propensity to prioritize his bond with Camilla over Diana's well-being. Diana was concerned about both of these things. Diana's diary provides a record of her developing feelings of loneliness and being targeted, particularly during the latter phases of her marriage. Based on the comprehensive notes that Diana left, it appears that she believed Camilla was responsible for the situation, in which she felt helpless and vulnerable. Her suspicions went beyond the manipulation of the feelings of those people who were around her. Diana's letters give the impression that she was concerned for her own life. The manner in which she carried herself was inspected. Her travels were tracked, and she was told about instances in which she felt she was being observed. The message that she sent was particularly disturbing since it stated, "I am under surveillance, and I am uncertain about who I can trust the most." This was a statement that was extremely unsettling all around. Diana's actions were profoundly impacted by the weighty burden of anxiety she carried for both her personal safety and the protection of her sons. The disclosures regarding Camilla and Charles's treatment of Diana have left Prince William in a state of shock. This uncomfortable statement has also contributed to the revelations being made. The contents of his journal shed light on Diana's final days, illuminating her feelings of marginalization, manipulation, and ultimate betrayal at the hands of individuals whom she had previously trusted. The difficulties that Diana had on a psychological level. Additionally, Diana's struggle with mental health is documented in her diary. The persistent pressures of living a royal lifestyle made her struggle with depression and bulimia even more difficult to manage. Having completed the statement, she said, "I calculated every move and suppressed every emotion. What are some ways that I can be an excellent mother while I have a hard time keeping my thoughts together?" The huge emotional load that her job as a princess imposes on her is shown by her unfiltered honesty regarding the difficulties she has experienced with her mental health. Additionally, it illustrates her tremendous love and care for her boys, particularly for their future in the kingdom that they will inherit because of the inheritance they will receive. Prince William is apparently struggling with a wide range of feelings as a result of the allegations contained in the book. This is the response that Prince William is having to the consequences. On the one hand, he is confronted with the unpleasant realities of the roles that his father and Camilla played in Diana's life. And on the other hand, he is struggling with a rekindled feeling of responsibility to protect his mother's legacy. It is clear that William's emotional reaction to the writings in the journal has been deep. It has been reported by individuals who are close to the prince that he has characterized the experience of reading his mother's comments as being both upsetting and encouraging. According to the reports, William is understood to have stated, "It is as if she is addressing me directly even now. Because of the diaries, his grief over her passing has been rekindled, and he now feels a profound sense of obligation to confront the problems that she brought to light." Diana's fears for her own safety and her conviction that she was being undermined are said to have a considerable impact on William, according to reports. His commitment to protecting his family from similar threats and to honoring the memory of his mother by calling for transparency and reform inside the royal institution has been strengthened as a result of these discoveries. There is more to it than simply having an understanding of the history, according to a person close to William. Having an impact on the future is the focus here. He showed a great dedication to ensuring that the experiences that his mother went through are never replicated at any point in the future. These revelations, according to the recommendations of a number of analysts, could result in significant changes inside the monarchy. William has, according to a critic of the royal family, continually pushed the modernization of the royal family during his reign. It's possible that these results will strengthen his determination to reform the institution and rectify the faults it has had in the past. The response of the general public to Diana's diary has been characterized by an extraordinary amount of compassion. A sizable number of people consider her to be a tragic person, whose struggles serve to show the necessity of a monarchy that is more sympathetic and open to public scrutiny. A flood of comments expressing support for William and Harry, including calls for a more comprehensive investigation into Diana's charges, have been shared across a variety of social media platforms. On the other hand, officials from the royal family recommend that statements and evaluations not be prematurely issued. A knowledgeable expert stated that it is necessary to conduct a critical analysis of these findings, despite the fact that Diana's journal provides really useful information. The existence of a royal family is fraught with ambiguities, which can lead to numerous points of view regarding the same occurrences. Altering the course of Diana's legacy, these discoveries, despite the fact that they have caused a great deal of sorrow, simultaneously commemorate Diana's legacy through their very presence. Her dedication to keeping a notebook is evidence of her dogged determination, her deep love for her sons, and her determination to bring about positive change in the world. This book provides a genuine and unfiltered depiction of the life of a lady who went beyond her duties as a princess. In addition to being a mother, she was also a humanitarian and a survivor. In spite of the fact that the royal family is currently dealing with the consequences of these revelations, It is undeniable that the story of Princess Diana continues to be compelling and motivational even to this day. It is possible that her notebook will completely alter our comprehension of her life and impact. In spite of this, it will also serve to bolster the enduring power of her voice. In light of the discoveries that were discovered in Princess Diana's diary, the royal family is once again being subjected to a great deal of scrutiny. After giving these facts some thought, Prince William has come to the conclusion that they serve as a powerful reminder of the challenges that his mother had to overcome and as a motivation to guarantee that her legacy is carried on for generations to come. As interest from around the world grows, the future of the monarchy is in jeopardy. This is mostly due to the fact that the life and words of Diana will continue to have a great impact on subsequent generations. Thanks for seeing the video. We would appreciate it if you could share your comments with us. For the time being, we will say farewell.